Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna talk about going all in. Make sure you stick to the end of this video because I have a simple but very powerful trick for you to actually stick with recovery. Going all in. For those of you who don't know the term, this is a term that's very familiar in the eating disorder recovery community, and it basically means to start eating everything right away and to quit movement cold turkey. And when I say cold turkey, I mean cold turkey. Because that's what I did, and it really helped me. Instead of slowly increasing your caloric intake, just go all in and listen to every form of mental and physical hunger. I just want to set a little disclaimer here because I'm not a doctor and there are certain dangers that are attached to going all in, especially when you're coming from a very low body weight. For instance, there is the danger of getting into refeed syndrome. If you don't know what it is, Google it, but please make sure to see a doctor, especially when you're coming from a low weight. But in the end, it doesn't matter because eating disorders have such a big impact on your body. So even if you're not quote unquote underweight, please make sure to have medical advice on your side. That being said, let's go. So saying that I just went all in from one day to another would be a lie. I was doing eating disorder coaching back then, and together with my coach, we figured it would be the easiest for me to start eating breakfast, something that I've never done before. Start eating breakfast and also stop counting calories during breakfast. For me, it was basically the breakfast didn't count. I could eat whatever I wanted to eat and I would just start counting calories from my lunch on. And then we would slowly increase that and stop counting calories for lunch and then for dinner. And then when I was at that point, I started to really listen to my extreme hunger, to my mental and physical hunger. Going all in basically means to let go of all the disordered habits, of all the thoughts, of all the thought patterns, of everything that might still keep you in your eating disorder. Because for many people, there comes a point where they want to hold on to the last thread of their eating disorder. And this can be a point where many people relapse. So in order to prevent that, going all in is basically letting go of everything and just start eating. Going all in also means to stop working out completely. Stop doing your daily walks, stop going to your fitness classes, stop every kind of movement. And I know that sounds extreme, but for many people it is super important to stop working out all over. I often refer to Danny Van Kay, who has a great business of coaching people and helping people with their eating disorders, and she also told her story on the internet, and she said she actually needed a whole year of Netflix and chill in order to be able to recover and in order to do neural rewiring, because our brain and our neurons have to rewire and have to learn that it's super safe not to move, that it's super safe to eat food. To learn more about neural rewiring, I will put some books down here, and I also am very excited to tell you that I'm publishing a book about how to recover from an eating disorder in German in May and then in America in July. Quitting movement cold turkey and also going all in can be very helpful. It also can be very challenging because, again, for some people it needs a little bit more time, and also for me, I needed some weeks to adjust and going from a very restrictive lifestyle to allowing myself to eat regardlessly. Again, I think you should not be attached to your old eating disorder habits and to old rules for too long, because that will just extend the process of recovery. I was doing eating disorder coaching. My coach said something that really stuck with me, and she said, "You decided to do this coaching. So you clearly decided to choose recovery. You're at the point of no return right now." And the point of no return actually stuck with me through my whole recovery. I actually wrote it down on my hand. So I wrote down NR for no return on my hand to be able to see it every day and to be reminded of it every single day. If you really want to live life to the fullest, if you want to live a happy and healthy life, you need to get to the point of no return, which basically can be any single time. You just have to decide that you really want that. So reminding yourself that you won't ever go back pushes you to keep going forward, because you don't want to be stuck in this quasi-recovery point where you are not happy but also like still restrict yourself. I know that some people say just remind yourself that you can always go back, but this was never an option for me because I was like, if I'm going through this whole shit, I mean, I basically knew that my life will be way better once I recover. And I always believed in the fact that recovery is possible. So I was like, I don't want to go back. Like, I mean, of course I wanted to go back when I was in the process, but deep down I knew that I didn't want to go back. So again, reminding myself that I'm at the point of no return right now was very, very helpful and was actually pushing me. When you go all in, just be prepared that there will be people who have comments, who have things to say. Oftentimes it's actually professionals who think you would develop a binge eating disorder, or who think it might be like too much for you to handle. I'm telling you right now, it's not too much for you to handle. First of all, our bodies are pretty smart. They can handle huge amounts of food. Our bodies can digest food. Like, there's no way you eat too much or you move too little for your body to handle it. Second of all, there are so many studies out there that show that putting on weight comparatively quickly, eating more, don't increasing over time is way more helpful. Those are the people who actually recover quicker. So just be reminded that just because it's a professional, a therapist, a doctor, or whatever, they probably didn't go through the same thing you're going through right now. You're still your own person and you can still make your own decisions. So that being said, if you really want to choose to go all in, be prepared that there are people who might disencourage you, but make sure to stick to your path. And I'm here for you. I'm here to remind you of that if you need it. Let me know if you have any other questions as to going in or to recovery overall, and I'm really happy to help you. I'll see you in the next one.